Hi, and welcome to Cyber Clinic. Today we're going to take a look at how to get you set up as a practitioner on our platform. We're going to be covering a couple of different points to get you set up and ready to go. So first, we're going to start off at looking at getting you registered on the platform. Next, we'll go through and point out the different items that need to be completed in your profile. After that, we'll be showing you how to set up your availability and then taking a look at some of the tools that we have on the platform to better understand the relationship that you have with your patient. Lastly, we'll be conducting a demo. This will go through and show you how to accept an appointment, view your patient's profile, and then connect the video call. By the end of the video, we'll hope that you'll be feeling nice and confident and ready to start taking appointments. However, if you'd still like some additional assistance, there will be some contact details at the end. Please feel free to reach out and one of our friendly staff members will be happy to help. Great, so let's get started. Firstly, we would recommend using Google Chrome. So once you've opened up the Google Chrome browser, you can type in www.cyberclinic.com.au or simply search for us through Google. Once you're on our website, you want to go up to the practitioner login up here in the top right hand corner. And that's going to take us to the login page. And this is where we'll go when we want to log into the practitioner portal. But for today, we still need to sign up. So we're going to click on this sign up button. That's going to take us to the sign up now page. So all you'll need to do is go through and fill out these details here. You'll also need to agree to the terms and conditions, which you can access by clicking on these links here. Then you'll need to say that you're not a robot, and then you'll want to go ahead and click on Generate OTP. At Cyber Clinic, we do make sure that we verify your email address and mobile number, just to ensure that we do have the correct details on file. And the way we do this is when you click on Generate OTP, we actually send that code to your phone. You'll then be required to pop it in on this next screen. After that, we're going to send a link to your email address as well, which you'll need to click on as well just to verify that that is your actual email address. So I'm just going to run through that quickly now, just so you can see what that looks like. So I've already gone through and completed all my details. I'm going to click on this button here, and then I'm going to click on Generate OTP. That's now sent a text message to my phone, which I'm going to add in up here. You've only got 1 minute to add this in, but you can resend the OTP again if you, for whatever reason, get a bit fumbled and you need to do it again. From there, you'll simply need to go into your email, click on the link in the email, and then that will open up the web page again for you to log in, ready to go on the practitioner login section on our website. And there you go, you are now officially registered as a practitioner on our platform. So now that you've completed the registration on the website, you will get directed to your profile. Anyone can register on our platform as a practitioner. So to ensure that only qualified and registered practitioners are available for our patients to book appointments with, we do verify your profile before we make you live and available for patients to book. To do this, you'll need to go through and complete the required fields that we have listed here. You'll also see that we do require you to upload your indemnity insurance, your registration certificate, and your education documentation. Down here, you have the option of setting your consultation fee. You're free to set this based on your qualification and your years of experience. Here, we require you to select a Medicare item number. You'll select from the list of items that we have here. This may not always be applicable or relevant, depending on the situation. However, for those consults that are Medicare rebatable, this Medicare item number will be added to the invoice, and therefore the patient can claim this through Medicare. We also have your bank account details here. So this is important for us so that we can make payment to you at the end of the month. Here we have speciality. So Dr. Demo is obviously really good at demos. However, for you, you'll go through and you'll list the ones that are applicable to you. Next, we have skill areas. So this is things like anxiety and depression, or different areas that you feel skilled in. This is important because our patients will go through and complete the triage algorithm. They'll complete a set of questions that are clinically designed to identify different problem areas. And based on those different problem areas identified, they will then be matched to you based on the skill areas that you have listed. Lastly, we have an introduction video. This is one of the items on the profile that aren't mandatory. However, we do find that practitioners that complete the introduction video, as well as write a really good about me, do receive more referrals than those who don't. Lastly, I wanted to point out this email section. So here you'll have your email, but you also have an option to add in a secondary email for a support or admin staff member that coordinates appointments. So for example, if you were to receive an appointment request from a patient, this same request would then also be sent to your support or admin staff member so they could update your schedule accordingly. And this would be the same for rescheduling or cancellation of appointments as well. Great, so once you've completed your profile, you'll also need to go in and set up your availability. To access this, you simply need to click on Calendar on the left-hand side here on the menu, and then Availability Settings. Then you'll need to go through and decide when you want to be available. What we find is that the more slots that you have available, the more appointments that you'll also receive as well. So for example, on the Monday here, I've decided that I want to be available from 9 a.m. in the morning until 12, and then again from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. Please note that at Cyber Clinic, we only allow for 1 hour sessions on either the hour or the half hour. So for example, on the Monday, my sessions will be available on the hour because I've set that up in that way. However, on the Friday, what I've done is I've started them at 9:30. So then sessions will be available at 10:30, and then 1:30, and then 2:30. Once you've finished setting up the times as per your schedule, don't forget to scroll down here and click Save Settings. Lastly, I wanted to show you another cool feature that we have on the platform, and that's the ability to import iCal links. iCal links are available through any major calendar application. As an example, many of our practitioners are juggling multiple commitments. And to manage these, you might be using a calendar like Outlook to make sure that you stay on top of your appointments. What you could do is you could go ahead and you could add that iCal link into Cyber Clinic, and then you can name it accordingly as well. Why would that be handy? It'd be really great, so that way you can see all of your Cyber Clinic appointments and all of your other appointments all in the one space. So you can do that by clicking on Calendar, Appointments Calendar. I like to view it by month, so I always click on month. And then what you could see here is all your appointments for Cyber Clinic and anything else that you have listed in your Outlook calendar. Another great way to utilize this feature would be to receive referrals from multiple locations. So let's say, for example, in your availability, you are available on Mondays and Fridays, but you actually see patients at a bricks and mortar practice on Wednesdays as well. And you'd love to be available for Cyber Clinic, but you don't want there to be double ups of appointments. Well, with the iCal feed, you can actually get around this. You could open up your Wednesday slots on Cyber Clinic and any existing appointments that you've made through your Outlook calendar to block out for patients that you're seeing at your bricks and mortar practice would be blocked out. And then any other slots that you had available could still be booked through Cyber Clinic. This would also be great for cancellations, because let's say, for example, you had a 10 a.m. slot booked for a bricks and mortar patient, they then cancelled. You could still then receive a new appointment booking through someone through your bricks and mortar practice or someone through Cyber Clinic as well. That brings us to one of my favorite parts of our platform, and that is us measuring the therapeutic alliance, or the relationship between the therapist and the patient. I like to point out that this isn't a performance measurement. We're not trying to measure you. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to provide some insights into how things are going between you and your patient. And the reason we do that is because there is a large body of research out there supporting the importance of the therapeutic alliance between you and your patient. The research also shows that if you have a strong therapeutic alliance with your patient, then this increases the chances of improving outcomes for patients by up to 250%. So how do we collect this information? At the end of each session, the patient will be asked to complete a questionnaire consisting of 7 questions. This will be 4 questions based on their overall well-being, as well as 3 questions on the Therapeutic Alliance score as well. And then what you can do is you can view this information as well. So to access this, you simply need to go to Performance and then click on Individual Performance. Here you will see aggregated data of all the clients that you're seeing on the Cyberclinic platform. And this will give you an overview of just generally how you are as a practitioner. If you'd like to look at the individual practitioner relationship, you can do that as well. So you can click on the patient relationship here. Then in the drop-down menu, select the patient that you'd like to view the relationship of. And then you can see that particular patient and how things are going session by session. And we score the Therapeutic Alliance score based on 3 elements. Firstly, we look at empathy. And this is based on how listened to did the patient feel during the session. Next, we look at goal-orientated. So this is based on the goals that that particular patient had in mind. Were they addressed? Were they met? Are they hitting what they want to do in terms of their progress? Lastly, we look at confidence. And that's kind of more based on the relationship, and if they continue in this way with the way that therapy is going, do they feel that they're going to achieve the outcomes that they're setting out to achieve? Fantastic! So now that we've covered the basics, let's do a run through and show you how this all works. To start off with, when you receive an appointment request, this is going to come to your email address, and this will be based on the one that you've added into your profile. Remember, we also have the option to add in that email address for your admin staff member as well. So if you've got that in there, they'll also receive the request as well. So either you or your admin staff member can log into your profile, and you can do this by jumping onto our website, clicking on Practitioner Portal, and then entering your details here. Once you select the login button, it's going to take you to your dashboard, where you'll see the new request waiting for you. When you log in, you'll be able to see the patient's name here, as well as the date and the time of the appointment. When you click on View Details, you'll be able to see a bit more information. Firstly, you'll be able to see the patient's contact mobile number. This can be really great as a second source of contact if you do need it. Next, you'll be able to see their Medicare card details, their referring practitioner, as well as a description of the problem. This is going to be really handy for the first session because you'll be able to get some insight into what they want to come to see you about. And then down here, we have the address for safety reasons. Now, you have 2 different options here. You can either accept or reject the appointment. At Cyberclinic, we do expect that majority of the time you're going to be able to accept appointments because your availability is going to be up to date. And when they select that appointment, you're going to be able to do the session. However, we do understand that from time to time, you will need to reject appointments because things do pop up that you aren't expecting. Once you've selected the reject button, a little pop-up will come up asking you to give a reason. When you write this reason, make sure that you are tailoring it to the patient because it does go to them. We also ask that you make a suggestion for an alternate time as well. This will just save the amount of back and forth that will happen. But for today, we're not going to be rejecting an appointment, we're actually going to be accepting the appointment. So all you need to do now is just click the accept appointment. And once you do this, the patient will get sent a notification advising them that you've accepted the appointment as well. Great, so now that we've covered how to accept an appointment, let's have a look what will happen on the day of the appointment. So on the day of the appointment, you log into your profile, you'll click on to upcoming appointments, and you'll see your list of appointments here. To start the appointment, you want to click on Start Appointment. This won't connect you to the patient straight away. It'll just take you into the workspace that you're going to be using to conduct your session. Over here, we have a notes section. This isn't designed for clinical notes at all. This is simply designed for you to jot down a few things about the appointment that you might want to remember. So for example, started appointment 5 minutes late due to patient, or started appointment 5 minutes late due to tech difficulties, or something along the lines of remind Johnny to book in for appointment on blah 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 date. Just little things you want to see listed next to the appointment when you look through your list of appointments. Next, we have the Start Call button. So this one's actually going to connect us to the patient, and we're going to do that one in a second. Over here, we have a Fail to Attend button. So this is obviously going to be pushed if the patient doesn't turn up. We do have a procedure around this. and we do ask that you call the patient at the time of the appointment. If they don't pick up, try again in about 2 minutes. If they don't pick up again, then try them on their mobile number. If they don't answer their mobile, then we ask that you leave them a message, and then you can click the fail to attend button. Over here we have the complete booking. So this is for when you've obviously been able to get in touch with them, you've done the session, and you're ready to complete the booking. Because we have the ability for you to be able to start the call, hang up the call, start the call again, we need to have a button that lets you complete the booking at the end. This button is also important for a couple of other reasons as well. Firstly, letting us know that the booking is completed. This lets us know that we can actually make payment to you. Secondly, for those patients who are claiming through Medicare, this will send out an invoice to them so that they can make the claim. And lastly, it will actually trigger the Therapeutic Alliance and Wellbeing Questionnaire that goes out to the patient. They'll need to make sure that they complete this before they can go ahead and book another appointment with you. Awesome, so now that we've got some of those admin things out of the way, let's go ahead and click the Start Call button and show you how that works. So that brings us to the end of this instructional video. We've gone through and we've selected the key elements that we feel are important to get you set up on the platform. But of course, there's plenty of things that we haven't covered. So if you've got any questions or you feel like you could do with some additional support, please don't hesitate to get in touch with one of our friendly staff members on either the support@cyberclinic.com.au email. You can give us a call on our 1300 number, or we also have a chat feature on our website as well. Thank you for watching, and we really look forward to having you as part of our Cyber Clinic practitioner community.